project was about vision for the future. Yeah, well, if you want, I can start talking about this more specifically. So the project that I did is called New Paintings, Painting News, but I will start from the research and then I will show you actually the exhibition design that I did. It was some starting points, and one was the automatic shop, the first automatic shop in the Netherlands, and that was close to Eindhoven. And there was a very nice video, like an advertisement video for this automatic shop where it's always open and you just have to put the money in and the products just come out, and it was like magic, you know. And the slogan was, yes, Boxtel is the pioneer in the century of automation. And I was really very interested in this concept of automation, so I looked to the definition, and basically it's the use of control system and information technology to reduce the need for human work. Was a promise, like the Industrial Revolution, was a promise to work less and to have more free time. And actually, yeah, it partly worked, obviously, but I don't think automation actually we were working less in the end. So it was really interesting to understand. I don't know, I doubt progress sometimes as a value on itself. But anyway, so I started from here, from the concept of automation, and I tried to link it more with our profession, so design, and how it relates to the body, because you need less work, you know, but so in the end, like, a lot of processes are automatized on your computer. So basically what I was thinking about is that an architect now, or a designer, or maybe a school teacher, the gestures of their body are all the same, have been homogenized, or like make the same by the automated processes. So if you get into a design office, you don't really understand what people are doing, because it's just a screen and everybody's tapping on a keyboard. And so Charlie Chaplin, this was a spot from the 90s maybe, and
with the Picasso.
So there was these machines taking control and like being creative, let's say. So I really asked myself, can machine be creative, and can creativity be automated in a way? So like giving some rules, and obviously you can program randomness with programming, but is it really creativity? And this was another example. It's an Italian painter from the Situationist movement. Basically, with the help of machine, he made these 20 meters long canvases, and he used to go to the market and sell them as like by meter, like an industrial product. So it was also a provocation. So what is creativity? If a machine did this, is it still art or not? So this was some of the first thing. Then I did a very short experiment, but just for myself. So I did some drawings by hand,
competing with the machine,
and then I did them with Illustrator, with the computer, to see what was the feelings that I have in my body, what was how the tool that I used was actually changing not just the results, but also how I worked. So it was really about how the tool influences you, because basically what the design process is almost your life when you're a designer. So you have to make it as nice and stimulating and interesting, but also less tiring, because doing things by computer, you think you're really fast, but in the end, I don't know. Enzo Mari says that he's faster than his computer, and he's more precise drawing by hand. It still doesn't work much on a computer. So and then I have some references that I had. So the first one is Conditional Design. It's a group of designers in the Netherlands, and they wrote a manifesto. It's called Conditional Design Manifesto, in which they explain how they want to.
This is it?
This is basically it's not this one. No. Yeah, this is the instruction. Basically, they want to make design by using very strict rules and making the process almost work by itself. So a kind of a generative process. So, and this is an example of the exhibition they made. This is very simple. They basically draw with tape circles on the floor, and they gave the visitors stickers, and the visitors should just follow and draw this snake. And so basically it was very playful, very simple, but and then in the end, exactly, it's automatized, because you just set the rules and then people do what they want. Exactly, it's bringing the idea of generative design, which is something that I think generative art didn't start with the computer, I think, but generative design, I think, started with programming, and they tried to take it out of the computer and make it analog and physical. I wanted to include automatization in my exhibition, in my process, to make it physical, basically, and not just computerized. So this is what I try to do. So it's an analog generative process in which I design a framework, and I set some rules, and then I started the process. It's like programming, but in real life. So in the end, the exhibition in the beginning it's empty, and then it builds itself along the way using the rules and the constraints that I set. More the presentation. So well, how it works? So we have a big room that we have to fill, and what I did is, okay, I have a program that pick random words from newspaper home pages every day, and what happens is you can choose your word, and with a paint, with a brush and some paint, you can draw following the lines. So it's automatized in a way, because you're not deciding. The only thing you decide is which word you want to paint, because then what happens later is that the projector, the canvas rolls up to make space for more words. So the words that are not being painted by the visitors of the exhibition disappear. So it includes both the randomness of the words taken from the internet, but also the choices of the people. So you have a kind of controlled randomness, and this is how it should work after a while. So basically, you have some words, and then people, by 8 hours during the opening hours of the exhibition, people paint some words. This rolls up, and this is how you have it in the beginning, and this is how also it's with a light effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see like how we can scale down global things like Twitter and newspapers and information to more human, local, and graspable, physical way. Because I feel we feel not in control anymore, and so when you don't feel in control, you feel kind of useless and kind of impotent towards the world, because it's just too much for you. So if you scale down the problem, and if you make it more approachable, then I think you can also be more active in a way.